Good afternoon. That's about as much as I'm going to do with that today. Tried pulling it off this morning, thinking that it was going to come undone. Oh, it breaks me out in sweat even thinking about it now. The lunch of champions. Jalapeno stuffed olives and some tea. Good old-fashioned tea. How is everybody today? I want to share a couple dreams. They have been recurring. They've been recurring over years, but this time there were two separate ones, but this time last night it was all together in one dream. Now look, don't be sitting here saying, "Oh, you had a dream," so I'm going to take it full heart, bro. I've got plenty of dreams. Some of them do come to pass, but this one I do believe is, and I think it's metaphorically, but also physically. So the first dream is there's a city. You can see the cityscape, and there's the freeways coming out of it and all that. And the whole city is just dark. I mean, like, not just in color, but I mean spiritually. That whole city is black. And there's all these cars and stuff. And boy, you want to see something wild? Go look at how some of these electric cars start going into auto drive and are smashing into other people, and you cannot take them out of auto drive. You trust that now? No. That's the reason why I won't even own a vehicle hardly anymore unless I had to, beyond 2008 or 10. I don't care if it's an old beater, man. I do not care. I don't want OnStar in my stuff. I don't need your Sirius radio. I don't need none of that. I don't even listen to the radio hardly anymore because I've had to change not only a lot right now in my life because the Father has given me an opportunity to break some, seriously, I mean, I don't care if you believe this or not, some real generational curses. I'm not going to be perfect. There's times I'm going to stumble, especially being a damn handicap now, which after getting out of a couple doctor's appointments, nothing good. I mean, it sounds good on paper. It's going to be good in court because it's true, but talk about demoralizing me because I don't like the, you have post-traumatic stress from this incident, which I'm seeking not only the Father, but the Father gave us tools to use, just like that shovel there. Doesn't mean you have to use the shovel all the time, every single day. But when you use the shovel, use it for what it's for. So, okay, fair enough. And there's an excellent therapist that I believe, I'm just tired of being the same way. I need some rewiring because there's been enough stuff to where, and it's not all bad. It's just, I was just, at times I believe we've been taught wrong for decades, purposely misled as not only individuals, but as society. And I mean, look around us, folks. It's degrading like no other. Can't tell me it's not. If you don't see it, then you is blind. Boy, go to Jesus Christ and have him remove the scales off your eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry I sidebarred. I'm trying not to focus on this right now because it's throbbing. But in that dream, so all these vehicles are stacked up on the freeways. And it's like there's a couple ways about that. They were put there because they failed, but also, it's kind of acts as a barrier. So maybe that's part of that dream, or part of the dream that's like, you know what? All these cars that they wanted you to, have faith in auto driving and all that. No. No. But, so I'm looking at this freeway, and the city is dark. I mean, just spiritually. And there's a few places in life I've been there. Albuquerque, New Mexico, that's one. Eureka Springs, that's one. Manitou and Colo Springs, I used to live there. Beautiful area, horrible spiritual feeling. I mean, I never felt at ease there. Matter of fact, that was one of the biggest heartbreaks I ever had. So maybe that goes with the course there, because believe it or not, at one point I actually had a woman I was going to marry. And it's all cool until it's not. But that don't matter. But in this dream, there's these teams coming out. And when I say teams, I mean, yeah, these dudes look like they're in riot police gear and whatnot. I can't tell you a nationality of them. And honestly, I don't think it matters, because it's going to be of all nations. But right now, with what we're seeing set up in the world, global police force, it starts out, look at how it started and over the pond over there. And then now look in our own country how it's beginning. I don't believe it's going to go back. I don't know for a fact on that. But I'm almost 100% sure it's not going to go back fully, ever, from here. Matter of fact, it may go forward. But these different squads, and I mean, these are kill squads. I know that for a fact, because I've seen people like this in real life, and there's just something different about some people. These guys were all joking. I mean, it was like almost like a squad of 6 of them. They're all joking, they're laughing, being human, blah, 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 going on patrol. And there was this young female, and she's like, I don't know, like scavenging for stuff. And ends up, I really don't want to, matter of fact, I probably shouldn't go that graphic into it, but what I saw there was so bad. He used to say she hid in an RV, and these dudes are walking, and all of a sudden, you see the switch in them. And when I say switch, I mean they went from human to non-human. Like whatever was over them was not a human. It was straight death is the only way I can explain it. And there's this drone, and it catches the signature. And so they're going up there. They searched this camper, and how that person was hiding was underneath, there's like a table as soon as you walk in, a couch that could fold out, in that compartment. So they search it and then go out, and then all of a sudden, I just watch them. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to explain this, but you can imagine what happened. I mean, I seen the rounds pierce through all the way. And boom. So then it cuts to seeing people daisy chaining like fridges together and stuff. And I mean, it was like what we're seeing overseas in certain places, right now. Multiple, whether you're in Asia or a European area. People are trying to survive and all that. And I'm just like, it's odd, because I was like floating around like an orb, like just watching this. It wasn't like I was physically in that. And where they had, some of these scavengers or remainders of the non-conform, whatever that stuff is, which I would just say is straight up evil. I was watching them, I mean, these drones, dude, just whoop, finding them. They'd send in these squads, and I'm not going to go into running through, like there was one part where I was running through a warehouse trying to get some people out, and at one point I couldn't. Stuff was hitting us too bad. Didn't die in it, but man, it was rough. I was just covered in other people. So that one split off. I woke up freaking out bad. I mean, real bad. Like heart going, pumping. It was like I was there. I could smell and taste the metallic in the air. Rough. Well, then there's this other one of where it's almost like you're looking at a map of this nation, and it was like the winds were blowing around, and those winds, as crazy as it sounds, was like different people groups. The east and west coast were completely just, they're over. We're not allowed there, and they want to get us out of where we are. So I don't know. We're constantly moving around, and eventually it gets to the point where they're sending out drones. I mean, dude, if I was looking at this, it is insane. I could feel the dirt off of the props, everything. It's like all these drones are in front of us. There was Cobras, there was, MH60s, there was, you name it. And I remember thinking at that moment, I was like, Father God, help. And this is how cool Dad is. Dad showed up alright. And it was like his hands just took the winds and clapped them like they were mosquitoes. Like nothing. And they were gone. And the sigh of relief at that moment, because it wasn't just me, I just know there were people with me. That's all I know. Or I was with them, however that works. And I know that we are the Father's people. I do believe this day is coming. So last night, all of that's already been dreamed, I mean, even from years ago, and I've told people about it, so it's not like, this is off the fly to tell you. Matter of fact, if I made this into a movie, it would... Stephen King ain't got nothing on this one, homie. But I woke up this morning. I mean, dude, I was in tears. And I'm not generally your crying kind of guy. I've been desensitized to so much of some of the evil stuff in this world. But that one, I can never get desensitized over seeing that. And it's taking place all over the world right now as we speak. How long until it comes here? Is it already here? So, with that being said, they're just dreams. But I am very curious if other people are having these dreams. Because many of us can feel the change in spirit. And yes, it's happened since 5 years ago. A little bit before that, but that was the real kickoff. So if you have, let me know. Maybe I don't know, I haven't eaten any melatonin or Dimetapp, so I thought about it though, so I could try to sleep and actually get one night of peaceful rest. That's extremely rare nowadays. But all praises to the Most High. He is sovereign. And it doesn't mean we're not going to come up on some crazy moments. It doesn't mean those crazy moments aren't here yet. And it doesn't mean that He will not bring us through, because He gave us His word. Those who endure to the end. Hopefully this provokes a little bit of maybe just awareness to the situations that we are witnessing right now, every single day. I don't know. I rebuked the dream. Prayed to the Most High immediately. I rebuked that Father, whatever that is. But what if it's not meant to be rebuked? What if He is showing us? Be ready. Praise you, Father. Thank you for sending Christ to that cross, to the stake, whatever. Just thank you for His blood sacrifice. If you haven't talked to Christ in a while, I think today would be the best day that you could start. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to eat my lunch of a couple of them, a couple of these, some of that.